Listen closely, because this isn't just a story. This is a story of courage so extraordinary, so unimaginable that it feels like legend. Yet it is absolutely real. His name was Witold Pilecki, a Polish soldier, a patriot, a man whose heart and mind were forged in fire long before the world would recognize him. The year was 1940. Poland lay shattered under Nazi occupation. CTS-born families were torn apart, and a thick blanket of terror ruled the streets. People whispered in fear, terrified that even a careless word could bring death. The streets were filled with soldiers, collaborators, and the ever-present shadow of Gestapo officers, who could arrest, torture, and execute anyone in a moment. But in the midst of this suffocating darkness, Pilecki made a decision so audacious, so reckless, that even the bravest among us might hesitate. He would voluntarily allow himself to be captured and sent to Auschwitz, the most feared death camp in the world. Pause for a moment and really think about that. A man choosing to walk into a place where survival was the exception, not the rule, where brutality, hunger, and disease were as constant as the guards' patrols in the cold, unyielding electric fences. A place where every glance, every sound, every single breath could be your last. And yet, he went, not to hide, not to escape, not for personal glory, but for duty, for truth, and for the lives of countless others who had no voice. Inside Auschwitz, Pilecki entered a world that no words can fully capture. Imagine the barbed wire stretching endlessly into the horizon, the guard towers looming like silent, hungry predators. Imagine the smell of smoke, burning flesh, and unwashed humanity mingling in the air, a constant assault on the senses. Imagine being perpetually hungry, exhausted, beaten, and forced to perform back-breaking labor from dawn until dusk, knowing that one misstep could mean instant execution. Imagine seeing men, women, and children stripped of their dignity, their hope, and their very lives, herded into gas chambers with a terrifying, mechanical efficiency. Their cries would echo through the walls, a never-ending nightmare. Imagine witnessing the constant rotation of new prisoners, the dead faces of those who would never leave, and the random executions designed to terrorize the living into submission. And yet, Pilecki did not break, because he was not just surviving, he was resisting. He began to organize. He built a network of prisoners who shared his courage, his discipline, and his unwavering determination. Together, they smuggled messages. They found ways to hide small amounts of food, clothing, and medicine for those who'd otherwise die. They recorded every single detail, every atrocity, knowing that one day, this truth had to reach the outside world. Every secret report he sent was a dagger aimed at the heart of the lies the Nazis wanted to conceal. He meticulously documented the structure of the camp, the roll call procedures, the brutal punishments, the names of guards, and the horrific patterns of extermination. Each document was a silent rebellion, a powerful declaration that humanity still lived, even within the gates of Auschwitz. Pause, again, and imagine the pressure, the terror, the unrelenting, bone-chilling fear. Every single day was a gamble. Every night could be his last. Prisoners around him whispered in despair. Some were too afraid to even speak, while others were losing hope entirely. Yet Pilecki provided guidance, reassurance, and courage. He taught others how to survive, how to communicate secretly, and how to preserve their dignity in a place specifically designed to strip it away. For 3 long, grueling years, he walked among death itself with the calm resolve of a man who had chosen a mission far greater than his own life. Every smile he offered, every secret word of encouragement, every small act of defiance was a flicker of light in the overwhelming darkness. Then, in 1943, after years of infiltration, observation, and resistance, Pilecki executed one of the most daring escapes of the entire war. Against all odds, he slipped away from the camp, leaving behind the horror, but carrying with him the proof, the intelligence, the undeniable truth that would shake the conscience of nations. He immediately returned to the resistance, to the fight for a free Poland, confronting not only Nazi Germany, but later, the oppressive grip of the Soviet Union. His courage never wavered. His profound sense of duty never faltered. And yet, history is often cruel. In 1948, after surviving unimaginable horrors and risking everything for his country, Witold Pilecki was arrested by the new communist regime. He was tortured, accused of treason, and executed in secret, his body buried in an unmarked grave. For decades, the world would not know the full story of his incredible bravery. But courage like his cannot remain hidden forever. It speaks across time. It echoes through generations. Think for a moment about what he truly did. A man who walked willingly into hell, lived among death, fought from within the most terrifying place on earth, documented the truth. For the world escaped and continued the fight only to pay the ultimate price, all for honor, for justice, for freedom. His story is a powerful lesson that heroism is not the absence of fear, but the choice to face it. It shows that one person, even in the darkest of places, can shine a light so bright it simply cannot be extinguished. So, as you hear this story, let it truly sink in. Imagine the bravery, the quiet moments of sheer terror, the whispered plans of resistance in the dead of night. Imagine the fleeting camaraderie among prisoners, the terrifying risk of discovery, and then the triumphant courage of survival and escape. Imagine Pilecki writing notes by candlelight, memorizing routines, risking exposure at every turn, always aware that one wrong move could end his life. Yet he never abandoned hope, and he never abandoned humanity. Witold Pilecki's life teaches us that heroism is forged in the most unimaginable circumstances, that one individual can make a monumental difference against the most overwhelming odds. Remember him, share his story, honor his courage, and if this tale has moved you, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and share this video. Let's ensure that the memory of heroes like Witold Pilecki continues to inspire courage in every generation. Let his story remind you that even in the darkest moments, bravery and determination can change the course of history. Thank you for watching.